All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about exactly how to create pipelines and create those stages and columns and adding boxes for your prospects and challengers and coaches. It's actually very, very, very simple. So I'm going to do just kind of a condensed version of this pipeline right here. So I did attach, let me see, here it is. I did attach this document to the comments on this video and to the previous video. So my suggestion is to print it out or take a look at it while you're watching this. Some of it might make a little bit more sense to you if you do it that way. All right, so let's just jump right in. So what you want to do is, okay, can you see that? Yeah, we're good. All right, so you want to go to pipelines and you want to click new. I like to use the sales and CRM. That's the one that I've always chosen. I'll go ahead and close this out here. First thing you want to do is rename your pipeline. So I'll just do Charlani's test pipeline. Once you create that name, you'll see that it's here in your pipelines list. So the next thing you're going to want to do is switch up these stages, because most of these, at least for our business, these don't have anything to do with what it is that we're trying to accomplish here. So I just go in, I want to rename this stage. And I'm going right through the stages and columns from this page. So if you want to follow along with me, you are more than welcome to. So the first thing is IG Coach Prospects. Enter. I want to change the color because that red is just not my fave. So these are the colors that I use most often. Go ahead and apply that. We'll do the next one, rename that stage, IG GT, yikes. These are the coaches that I am getting to know. I would put them there. We'll do another one for Instagram. Do IG Challenger. These are people that I basically come across when I'm scrolling through Instagram or wherever. So another way to do it is you could also just click on one of these here if you like that color combination. I'm going to go ahead and switch out to these colors. Okay. So now I'm going to work on my Facebook side. So Facebook. I like Facebook stuff to be blue. So I'll go ahead and use that. Rename. I like that gradiated look, so that's why I like to use the custom colors, because I can do it that way. And in this one, I don't even need to change those colors. They're already ready to go. So I think you get the idea of how to create your stages. If you don't want a stage there, you click on the gear and you just delete that stage. All right. So now that we've got all of our stages in here, I'm not going to sit here and add all of them because I think there's probably almost 15. So I'm not going to do that this time just for time's sake of this video. So now I'm going to move on. Now that we've got our pipeline is named, we've got our stages in there. Now we need to work on our columns. So you'll see that there are several already here. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this because that does not pertain to what I'm doing. I don't care about who it's assigned to. It's going to be assigned to me. It's my streak pipeline. All right. So what I add here is what is going to be reflected in our boxes. So this is where I go back to my list and I will go ahead and start adding in. The first thing I want to do is add a first name, which is freeform. It is very, very, very important. I know, I think I've stressed this a whole lot of times, but the way your verbiage that you use here needs to be consistent throughout all of your pipelines so that the information that you have in one box will follow through when you move those boxes throughout your pipelines. So how you spell things here needs to be exactly how you spell things throughout, which is why I have created this sheet, because I'll know exactly how I spelled whatever it is that I'm trying to recreate. I'll know exactly what I did, and I don't have to flip through my pipelines to try and figure it out. I've got it all written down. I keep it in a binder, so whenever I need to add something, I can go ahead and do that very easily. All right, last names. So the next thing is source, which is a tag. So I go down here, source, and this is where people, where I find people or where people come to me from. If they have messaged me in Messenger, that's from Facebook. So I'm going to add them to a Facebook prospect or wherever, and I'm going to type in here that that's where I found them. So when I go in to add my box, I will go ahead and show you how to add what those tags are. But let's go ahead and get these minimized just a little bit here. Okay. So after source, I have another source. This is freeform. The next one is email address, which is freeform as well. Again, make sure you are typing it exactly as it's going to be across the board. The next thing is a date. We want the initial contact date. First time that I've reached out to somebody, I'm going to want to know where that is. And what's kind of cool is sometimes it takes people quite some time to, you know, eventually contact you or really start up with you. It takes people time to make those decisions. And so I have some people who've taken over a year to finally get on board and join one of my challenge groups. But it's kind of cool just to see that. Whoops, let me do that. All right, last contact date. The next one is stage. Okay, so stage is already here. It was one of those that were already in that sales and CRM pipeline. So all I need to do is move it over. And the way that I do that is I just click on it. When the hand gets there, I just move it to where I want it. And I like it under last contact date. It's just kind of, I talked before about where your eye goes. This is just when I'm looking at someone's box, this is just where I like to see it. So the other thing is notes. I like to move that behind that. All right. After my notes, I've got days in stage, which is a magic column, which is right here. And then freeform, Facebook page. That's where I'll put that link to get directly into their Facebook. Then we've got a drop down, which is friend request sent. And then the last one is freeform, and that's going to be the Instagram. And you know what? I'm actually going to do one more because I didn't do a checkbox, and I just want to show you what one looks like. So we'll just do invited to free group. Okay, so now that you've got your pipeline has been named, it's been added to the list over here, and then you've got your stages done, you've got your columns in here. Now let's go ahead and add a box. So let's say that I found somebody that I really, really like. They are an awesome coach prospect. So I'm going to want to add them here. I've not started a conversation with them, so I'm going to just go ahead and put them in the prospects. I'm not going to put them in the get to know because I haven't actually started that conversation with them yet. But I don't want to lose track of them, so I'm going to put them here. So you click on it, add a new box, and then add their name. We'll just use, since it's Instagram, I do like to use whatever their, ignore that. So I like to use for Instagram, I like to use whatever their username is. It's easier for me to find when I'm searching during that power hour and I'm already in Instagram. I can just find them easily that way. All right, if you know their name, put it in. So now there are no tags, we have to create them. So this is only something you have to do one time in each pipeline. So I need to add tags to it. So this is the source. I find people through like pages, like page, Instagram. Facebook. And again, all of these tags are exactly the same throughout. Even if you don't use my tags or my columns, my tags, my information, make sure that whatever it is that you use, you keep somewhere so you know exactly what verbiage you used. So now I can say I found this person in Instagram. So that's all I need here. The next thing is source. I would type in, say I met this person at Target. So I would just write Target sticker aisle. All right. If not, if that doesn't apply, leave it blank. So if you know their email address, you go ahead and add it in here. The initial contact date. So let's just say I met this person on July 5th, okay? Last contact date, let's say that I sent them a message or I tried to start a conversation with them. You might want to put that here in last contact date. Days and stage, this is going to tell you how long this person has been in that stage. The purpose is basically to move your boxes or your clients, your prospects through different stages. So that's why this in here is important, because you don't want somebody hanging out here for, you know, months and months on end. If you know what their Facebook page link is, that direct link, add that here. And for the most part, some of these things are going to be blank for a while until you get to know somebody, right? So friend request, have I sent one? I need to add whatever those options are. So I need to, did I send a friend request? Yes. Did I send them a friend request? No. Have they accepted it? All right. So now I can say, let's say I did send a friend request and they did accept. Instagram name, obviously I know it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, but if this was a contact that I was putting into a Facebook stage, then obviously I'm not going to know what their Instagram name is. Now here's that checkbox, so I can say, did I invite them to a free group? If I did not, I would leave this blank. If I did invite them to a free group, I would go ahead and give this a check mark here. And then up here is where your notes are. All right. Very easy. Now, another really cool thing is when you're going through and you're needing to invite people to your free group, you can take a look and you can see, oh, well, this person I've not invited to my free group yet. So you're going to know who those are because they're not going to have a check mark. So that's just a really easy, quick way to look and see who has been added and who has not been added. Let's see. So again, the days in stage, this is just something where you're going to want to move people through different stages within your pipeline. So I know that I eventually want coach prospects. I want to get them into the getting to know. I want to start conversations with people. If they're here and I'm showing in my box that I have contacted them, you know, for 3 weeks and they've not responded to me at all, then I'm probably going to want to take them out of here, bypass it all together. And I have another timeline. I didn't actually add it in, but let me do it real quick. All right. I'm not a fan of that red at all. So I need to change it, even though this is so not important right now. Okay, so that person that was here and has been sitting in here for 3 weeks, I have reached out, I've commented and I've liked, and they have not commented or liked anything back to me. I was not able to get that combo started. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move them into this this stage here. The way you do that is you just go back, click on that box, and you move the stage here. No for now. And you never want to take anybody out of your contact list. You don't want to do that because you never know. Maybe in a few months, they will be ready. Or maybe you, for some reason, are like, I just don't have anybody else to contact, and you can go through this list and know, okay, well, it's been 6 months since I've actually reached out to that person. Let me go back. Maybe now is the time for them, right? Okay, so I think that pretty much gets everything situated for you. My next video is going to be all about snippets and tasks. And I'll show you how that makes my life so much easier. And you've got scripts that are already done and ready to go. So that is about it. I will do, let me see. One thing I do want to show you, I'll show you this. All right, so let's just go back to this box. I'm going to move them back to this one here. So you got this box here, right? And let's say you went ahead and you had this conversation and this person now is ready to go. And she's like, I want information on the 21-day fix. This is what I would do. So I would go ahead and I go up here and I now want to move this person to a different timeline. So you see all of this information. Oh, I'm trying to point with my finger. So you see all of this information here. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the interested challengers and prospects timeline. Oh, I thought that was going to happen. I do want to do this move. So now this box is now in my interested challengers and prospects. So it is right here. And now you'll see that all of that information that I had in that previous box is still here within this box. But you'll also see that there is a whole lot more in this pipeline. So if you follow through my pipeline setup sheet, you'll be able to move these things through and you'll know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to, for this video, show you how to create all of these pipelines. It's all written right here for you, and I just showed you how to do it. So it makes it really, really easy. So you'll just go in and then you're just going to add all of that information, go through, see what it is. They're interested in the 21-day fix. I'll go ahead and click that. They're interested in my 21-day challenge group. Awesome. What was sent? I sent the what is a challenge group video, right? and so on. And so you just keep going through and you add in all of this information as you get it. And all of that information is going to stay within that box, and it's going to move with your box throughout your pipelines. All right, so I hope this helped you guys, and I hope that you continue to watch. Again, I'm going to talk about snippets and tasks, things that make follow up so much easier. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.